Welcome to East Coast Elk Reviews. Today we got another whiskey review. This is Knappogue Castle 14 year. It says single malt Irish whiskey, Twinwood. I got whiskey jug pulled up here. It says Region Ireland bottler, Knappogue Castle. Mash bill is 100% malted barley. Cask, it says ex bourbon and ex Oloroso sherry. So it spends most of its life in the bourbon cask and then it's finished off in the sherry cask. Age 14 years. ABV is 46% ABV. Non-chill filtered, and it says price is $60. Then I also have the KnappogueWhiskey.com website pulled up, so if you want to check them out a little bit more, you can go to KnappogueWhiskey.com. It says 14 years old, Twinwood. Knappogue Castle 14-year-old is the result of marriage of 14-year-old single malts aged in 2 types of wood, bourbon barrels, and Oloroso sherry cask. It is non-chill filtered and bottled at 92 proof in limited quantities. Aroma, it says notes of apples and apricot, rich in flavor with fruity, nutty, and vanilla notes. It says finish medium long, going from fruity notes to dry but pleasant barley finish. So we're going to crack this open. I did do the Knappogue Castle 16 year. I was a really big fan of that one. And yeah, let's try this one out. And let's go over the color with you guys. So color of this whiskey is a golden color. Got some good color to it. Let's go for the nose. On the nose, I'm getting nice fruity notes. So I'm getting the apples, apricots, some pear, a little bit of peaches as well, some honey, nice maltiness. It does have a slight alcohol aroma. And some grain, oak, definitely some nice vanilla sweetness as well. Yeah, it smells pretty good for the most part. You're really getting more of like the fruity, like orchard fruit, vanilla sweetness, grainy, malty, oak. Definitely some spice, kind of like ginger spice. It smells pretty good. Let's go for the taste on this one. On the palate, I'm actually getting a lot of citrus. Definitely like tangerine, oranges, apples, peaches. Nice maltiness. Very long, oaky finish. Some grain. Maybe even a little bit of coconut. This is actually very complex. It's got a little bit of heat to it, 46%. But this is definitely a nice sipper, in my opinion. Kind of like a vanilla frosting sweetness. Like buttery toffee. So it does have like a buttery medium mouthfeel. On the finish, you are left with some heat, a little bit of an astringency from that oak. This is really good, like I said. Getting a lot of different fruits. Lots of apples, pears, citrusy note. This is really good. I enjoy it. And it said like a slight hint of coconut. Really enjoyable. Definitely a little bit hot. Like I said, it's got a good amount of spice, like a ginger spice on the finish. The spice is definitely lingering. And right before that spice, you get the oaky, dry astringency on the finish. Definitely a nice light and vibrant whiskey, but also has a nice rich, complex, full flavor to it. So price, like Whiskey Jug said, was $60. In my opinion, is actually a really good price, considering the fact that what you're getting with this is a lot more complex than your average Irish whiskey. Picking up a little bit of those dried fruits from that sherry cask. And with that being said, this whiskey is a single malt, 14 year, and you can totally tell that it actually has developed a good, rich, full flavor from sitting in those bourbon casks and finishing that Oloroso sherry cask for however many years, 14 years. I'm sure they do probably like 12 or 13 in the bourbon and then maybe like a year in the sherry cask. I'm not positive on that, but I'm just guessing. It doesn't have much of a sherry influence, but it definitely adds to the sweetness and definitely adds to the complex flavor of the whiskey. For a rating for this one, I think I like the other one a little bit more, but this one is definitely good. For a rating, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. It's worth the money in my opinion, because like I said, it's definitely a lot more rich, fuller in flavor, and more complex than your average Irish whiskey. And if you're somebody who likes Irish whiskey, and maybe you want more of that in-depth flavor, you want more of that buttery, rich mouthfeel, I think you would really enjoy this one. So I'm going to recommend it to you guys if you guys like Irish whiskeys, but maybe you want something that, like I said, has a little bit more of a deeper, rich flavor to it. And yeah, there you have it. If there's anything else that you guys like to see on my channel, I'd like to do a review on the Knappogue Castle 12 year. I know I'm kind of going backwards. Started from the 16, trying the 14 now. And I might have to pick up a bottle of the 12 and see how the 12 compares and see how the price compares to the other two. See if it's really worth it to buy that 16 year. I think the 16 year, $40 more, is definitely really good. It's in my opinion worth the extra $40, because I believe when I first said it was around like 75 to 100, but I actually looked online more and it's around like $100 for the bottle. I think it's worth it, that $40, if you really want something that's very complex. That whiskey has a lot of those sherry notes, and if you want something that has a heavy influence on that sherry cask, I think you would really enjoy the 16 year. This is honestly, like I said, just Irish whiskey that definitely has a fuller, richer flavor, and you can totally tell how much of a difference it makes sitting in that bourbon barrel and Oloroso sherry cask for those 14 years. And yeah, like I said, if there's any other whiskeys or anything else that you guys like to see on my channel, definitely leave a comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my upcoming videos. Like our beer. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.